to the final segment of today's episode. And boy, this is going to be where it gets a little bit heated in the chat, a little bit heated with the panel, because these guys are going to rank their divisional standings heading into the 2025 NFL season. Who do they have first? Who do they have finishing last? Let's break it down. Marcus, I want to start with you. I feel like I know who you're going to put at number one, but let's see where the rest ends up.
Yeah, so number one, I'll say, again, our guys, Kansas City is going to continue to own the West. I mean, I think a lot of people are taking a lot of stock in the way the Chiefs looked at the end of last year, Super Bowl game. And I see a lot of media talking heads talk about the last time we saw the Chiefs, they looked like a team that was like, a team that's crumbling, right? But I would say our team's improved. Our offensive line's improved a lot, and that was one of our biggest weaknesses last year, all throughout the season. And even with that weakness, and let's talk about the skill players who got hurt all throughout the season. We have a better skill group now as far as receivers, and our offensive line has improved immensely, specifically on that left side. So I'll say the Chiefs win the division. I don't think we'll be 15-2 again this year. I think I have us at 14-3 is my prediction. But number two, this is an interesting one. See, here's the thing. I know what we all, some of you guys say in the chat that we're all too nice to each other, but honestly, there's respect all through all four teams. And I got to say that this division, it's going to be tough, man. Like, really, it's going to be a grinder. And even if I say that, I think I'm leading the Raiders as the last spot. But no, but I'll say this:
shock, shock.
No, I don't think it's going to be like a one of the usual the North Turner days of going 4-12. Yeah. Not like that. I think 7-10, 8-9 kind of season for you guys. So yeah, I'll have Denver number two. I think, the defense you guys have, take us to the verge. I mean, all you guys took us to the verge last year. But, I think Bo Nix, although I've mentioned possible sophomore slump, I do think Sean Payton, is a great coach to try to make sure that doesn't happen with Bo Nix. I know you're not a big Cortland Sutton fan. I'm a fan. Number three, Chargers. Again, like I said, I had Herbert as my number two quarterback. I love what you guys have going over there. I love what Harbaugh brings. With Harbaugh, I mean, your floor is never going to be – you're never going to be a bottom-tier team. So I think that's what he gives you. But, yeah, I know I've seen some Chief fans say, Joey Bosa's gone. I mean, come on. Joey Bosa, the guy was playing like 2 games a year. So it's not, really it's a addition by subtraction with as far as your edge rush there with Bosa. But, yeah, collectively, I think we're going to have 3 teams in the playoffs.
All right, Andrew, let's go on over to you, okay? I mean, a lot of hype around your Chargers. The Chiefs are obviously the Chiefs, but definitely some reasonable concerns about their depth. Same issue that maybe they had last year, presented themselves in the Super Bowl. Do you feel the same way about your rankings, the way that Marcus does, or do you think that there's a chance the Chargers finish out on top?
So I'll say this: Chargers are going to win the Super. They're going to win the division. They're going to win the division for sure. Now, let me tell you why.
All right, let's go.
We have the number one defense in the NFL. The Broncos, we were barely above the. I think we allowed 17.5 points. The Broncos were like 18 last year. So we are neck and neck. Offensively, we have improved in every facet of the game, right? You look at the playoff game that we lost rather in horrible fashion. Our offensive line did not play well. And arguably, I know Rashawn Slater is out now, but we do have a better offensive line moving forward. I think Chiefs are number 2 because they're just the Chiefs. And I think it's going to be tight. Like, it's going to come down to one game. I'm still a little salty that the Chargers-Chiefs game is the home game week 1. That kind of pisses me off because how is that our home game versus the Chiefs? That's definitely a benefit for the Chiefs Nation there. But so I would say this, though. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. I think they're great. The Broncos are the Broncos. They are way improved. And, look, you guys are a good team across the board. I will say this about Raider fans. It makes me sick to my stomach that you guys are not as bad as I want you to be, right? So you guys finally have adults in the room, right?
I agree with you on that.
The clowns you had running your organization. Like, I know you had Tom Telesco. Like, that guy should be put in a mental institution.
He drafted good. I'll give him that, though. He drafted good.
Yeah, not for the Chargers, but I think you guys look. Pete Carroll is going to turn that team around, so you got nothing to be sad about. But you will be fourth in the division for sure.
Agreed. Now, Ryan, let's go down to you. All right, what are your predictions here for the AFC West, and more specifically, where do you have your Broncos finishing? Do you think that there is any chance? Do you have any hope, like Andrew does, that your squad can finish at number 1?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be realistic. When we play the Chiefs, it's when other teams play the Chiefs and what the Chiefs' record is. So I think they probably will win the division. But I think we definitely have the chance, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do. I'd be really happy if we did, but I wouldn't be as surprised. The Chargers, listen, they have added to their roster, but something with them that's just, I always feel like they're just missing something. And while your defense was great last year, I mean, here's the thing that I've noticed with Herbert is that when it comes to, whether it's playoffs or something, if it's not going well, it's going really, really bad. When it comes to those games, I mean, like, how much can you trust Herbert, let's say, like, in the playoffs? I mean, I know we're talking about the standings, but if it's going bad, like, what can you guys do? Like, what are you guys going to be able to do? The thing is, Harbaugh knows how to kind of protect him in terms of not putting the entire game plan on him. Of course, I'm going to put the Raiders at 4. I mean, guys, Pete Carroll did it once. Can he do it again? I mean, he had some pretty mediocre years at the end in Seattle. He wants to go with Geno Smith again. And obviously, you guys are just still growing. But even just in terms of like the future, maybe he can get you to a stable base.
But Samoan, let's go over to you. Wrap us up here. What are your thoughts and your rankings for the AFC West heading into 2025? All of these guys have you finishing 4th. No debate, no question about it.
Yeah.
All simultaneously come together saying, yeah, you're at the bottom. See you later. Have fun down there, locking the door on you. Do you think there's any world in which you finish better than 4th?
Oh, definitely. But I expect nothing less from the rest of the AFC West because, of course, we haven't shown anything, like the last couple of years. And to Andrew's point, yeah, the front office hasn't really been there, even with the hope that I've been having like the past couple of years. But ever since Gruden, it's been like a whole mixed bag with different people, different regimes. As far as the rankings, I can't really put us at number 1, just being realistic. But I, of course, have the Chiefs going number 1. Until they fall off, then that's when we could. Because I feel like every year I've been thinking, like, oh, they're going to fall off, but they don't. So definitely got the Chiefs at number 1. And then I have the Raiders going number 2. I know that. Not a lot of people see, but hey, I'm saying this.
You're going to be 4th in the division.
And just like Ryan's point, not a lot of people are expecting much out of us, and I think that's where we actually do something. And we got somebody that could actually run the team. We actually got a quarterback now, and I don't think that the Raiders can get any worse than last year. That was the worst season in Vegas since they moved here. So I feel like with the weapons that we do have, if we keep Jacoby Myers over here, the defense, like from what I've seen from the ones, I think that they can amount to anybody and they can compete with any team. Now the last 2 teams, I guess it was kind of. I think the whole AFC West, everybody's not gonna lose or win less than 6-7 games because I think we do have a competitive division, but I just couldn't really count the Chargers out, so I have the Chargers going number 3, only for the mere fact if Justin Herbert doesn't get it done. One thing that Jim Harbaugh does well is always having the right quarterback to come in and do their job. We've seen him with Colin Kaepernick and Alex Smith, and I really am high on Trey Lance because I feel like Trey Lance, if he does come in, he could probably win them a couple of games, whether it's on him or just the team in general, just to help him out. So I guess just that, Jim Harbaugh being Jim Harbaugh, I see him winning a couple of games as well. So I have them going number 3, and then the Broncos. I think they're not a bad team. I just feel like with all the hype that they're getting, that's where it could kind of kill it. And plus they went undefeated in the preseason, so that's just another thing as well. So